Good evening. Tuesday, the 16th of August. All I can tell you is that it looks like our summer is coming to an end. Here in Colorado, the mornings have been getting much cooler. We have noticed at our place, we have a lot of bird feeders, and the finches have left. This morning, as I was working here outside, we actually had our first Canadian snow geese. So nature is telling us that things are changing, and we're seeing changes all around us. So everyone who's been following, and thank you, this is a journey we're all on together. We've been seeing this. And folks, this thing has really built into quite the impressive storm. So let me give you some facts here. When we talk about wind speed, we have measured peak wind speeds now exceeding, and I'll show you what I mean by this. We had 517 kilometers earlier today, and I'm sure if I looked around here, we could find it. But so the wind speeds here are just absolutely incredible. Look at there, 474. But look at here. So we know that these are low pressure systems. And in the heart of these, 4 kilometers, you can literally blow a candle out with that. Same thing right down here. At the core of these storms, the same thing. So when I looked at this, and by the way, Dr. Beckwith, I know you don't know who I am, but I'm an admirer of your work. Folks, he put out 2 good videos. I happen to think that you should listen to him. I think his message is one that is not being heard and should be heard by a lot more. So I look at this and I went, and let's look at it the equator view. This storm is literally impacting the intertropical convergence zone. And you can see how it's completely disrupted wind speeds. I mean, look up here in the northern part. So we have pretty much a consistency across the board. We don't down here. And the temperatures, by the way, that was the other thing Dr. Beckwith was talking about, is the temperatures that are beginning to impact. And here, this one was very disturbing. And I'll tell you why. So down here, it's a minus 70 degrees Celsius. I measured today, a little while ago, minus 77.1 degrees centigrade. That's minus 106 degrees Fahrenheit. Over here in the warm sector of this storm, it's the only thing I know what to call it. And I want to get in here. There we go. We're getting into a real warm pocket of air. I measured minus 23.7 degrees Celsius, which is minus 10.66 degrees Fahrenheit. That equates, in this short period of space here, nearly 100 degree difference. And you can see up here in the northern latitudes, there's a consistency across the board. So I believe that I find this to be concerning because we're actually able to see these changes, and we'll find out. I mean, if the Farmer's Almanac is correct, many of us here in the northern North America are going to get pounded. And look at this real quick. Is this what Dr. Beckwith meant by north-south intermixing? Certainly looks like one to me. And it seems to continue to go up over here. And there is a total disruption on the jet stream at the equator. I mean, I don't care what anyone says. If we took this in the Earth from the pole view, you can see. And to the poor people here in the Louisiana, Mississippi area, I just see this as a continuation of this low pressure system off the East Coast that just continues to bring in this moisture off the Atlantic. In fact, if we did the relative humidity, you can see what I mean. It's just continues, and so we have dry air up here coming into the West Coast. It's hot in the desert. This is Colorado. We're about to have a real change of weather. We can see it now. They're saying rain starting particularly by Thursday, Friday, Saturday. But look here, just a solid, and you can see how this is actually just feeding upon itself. And then I thought what we would do as well is that let's go and look at the ocean temperature. And you know, the water is still warm out here. You know, it's still 88 degrees bath water, warm bath water. And look over here where all that moisture is coming from. Same situation. This is a warm pocket of air, seawater, the temperature at the surface. And all that is a conduit for moisture to continue to be piled in. So I was telling someone earlier, I personally believe that we may, and this is just my opinion, that we may have reached a tipping point with our climate. Again, I could be very wrong, but I just, when I look at this and I continue to study and continue to read, I continue to see what's taking place here. And look how cold this water is up here, by the way. Want to know why I think we're going to have a brutal winter here in North America? The past winters have shown that it has been primarily Russia, over here, Siberia, these areas here that have had the brunt. I think the wind patterns, and I'm just speculating, that with this cold amount of water now, I've actually heard that the sea ice is already building quite vigorously up here. So if this is what we're seeing, then I think that is telling for us down the road. We'll certainly see. I think that we can definitely anticipate as well that as the seasons change, let's see what happens here on the Northern Hemisphere. All right, folks, take care.